Kevin Lyons. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Hesco Bastion Limited. We've chosen to exhibit here in DSA for the first time in a significant way, and the reason for that is it's clearly a growing market, and we want to be seen to be here as one of the leading players in this industry, and also to support our distributors in Asia and particularly Southeast Asia. Tell you a little bit about Hesco Group. Our technology is all around surface-mounted, earth-filled barriers, protective barriers, initially and probably best known for being expeditionary type barriers, so utilised by most military forces around the world, protecting lives, protecting critical assets. And it's a technology that's also transferable to flood fighting, where we protect against the destructive forces of nature.
So Hesco Bastion Limited are displaying at DSA to showcase our ground-mounted earth-filled barrier systems. Hesco became synonymous with force protection nearly over 20 years ago now. Initially, Hesco was actually designed or created for the civil market for coastal erosion. The British military, they saw applications, how to adapt it from the civil market and utilise it within the military field. Prior to the Hesco system, the majority of militaries were still using sandbags. It's obviously very, very labour intensive and not logistically friendly. Also, it can become very, very expensive. Sandbags also only have a short life expectancy. The beauty of the Hesco system, it's designed to be deployed in various configurations. It's rapidly deployable, reduces the footprint, and is far more logistically friendly in the reduction of manpower. When you're using sandbags, what you need is an angle of repose. So due to the angle of repose, it takes up more real estate. Quite often, in a lot of locations, you are restricted in where you can actually have these units. When we deploy operationally, the majority of the time, the first people in will be an engineering unit. So they come in, they need to get up the protection as fast as possible. As you can imagine, building sandbag walls takes a long time. With our system, it's pre-configured, so it's rapidly deployable and bounces out. And it works in this way. So we stand it up, and it is bounced out. And then all we have to do is add the fill material. We have expanded the product portfolio drastically. We now have 12 different sizes of unit, and from that, these units, we also have bespoke solutions, such as the elevated firing position or Sangha or overwatch facility, accommodation bunkers or safe havens, which are used by the United Nations, so we supply security doors, a go-to shelter in case any facility is overrun. We do the access control points, access and egress. We can do vehicle revetments, ammunition storage. Essentially, utilising the product, the options are limitless. We have a RAID system, which is containerised. The container is towed, it levels the ground, the units bounce out of the back, pre-configured 333 metres of wall, instantly deployed, and we have achieved this in 18 seconds. So obviously then, this gives cover from view. The personnel can work on the inside. Once they're working on the inside of the camp, all we need to do is add the fill material, and then you get the blast and ballistic protection. We have deployed in every operational environment over the last 20 years. The other thing that we are showcasing whilst we are at DSA is our new body armour range, which you can see on the back wall. The main benefits of this is it's lightweight to enable the end user freedom of movement without compromising on the ballistic protection.
Our customer base is historically most of the leading military organisations around the world, but also businesses like NATO. The UN has been a key customer for many years, and more recently we're developing relationships with oil and gas companies who, due to increasing terrorist threats around the world, are having to protect their assets. These assets are very often in remote areas, and our type of protective barriers are very useful, again saving lives, providing safe havens and protecting their infrastructure.